guys. I'm just gonna give everyone the content to the alerts too, as always. I'm always gonna repeat that so you know why I can't see what you are writing to me in the chat. I hope everyone is feeling good today. I just got home from a long walk outside, which is really good before sitting at the charts. Clean your brain. There's a lot of things happening inside the brain sometimes.
För att ni effektivare får statlig verksamhet allt mindre pengar varje år. De anställda får spara in.
Sorry guys, I just said it completely wrong. I'm so confused. Okay, now take this one away. I just sent everyone my whole YouTube. I think it's right now. Okay, now it's right. Hello, everyone. I don't understand this microphone at all. I don't understand it at all. Is it better now? Sorry, guys. I am so sorry, guys. How about your cat urine smell? Hope it's gone. Yeah, it's gone, actually. Is it better now? Okay, good. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Welcome, welcome. It's a lot of people here today. I'm so happy about that. I hope everyone is good. Have you been trading today? Where would you enter, Natalie? I missed the start of this wave. Well, we're gonna go into it. Hey, you look old, lady. What? That's so mean, Josh Gaming. Why you say that? How can you come into someone's live stream and say, hey, like, you look old? Like, who taught you to be like that? Like, I don't take that personally, but you're weird. Like, you don't say that to people. Behave, dude, behave. I'm not trying to be rude. Well, you just were pretty rude. Go away from this live stream with that attitude. No one wants you to be here, asshole. Okay, but don't care about rude people. Looking at Bitcoin. Looking at Bitcoin, so the market came back down to a, we can go to the higher time frames. What? Like, you're, okay, whatever. You know that I know, you know that I think that you're stupid right now. That is the only thing. You should never be like that. Wow. Okay, whatever. So we're looking at the market at the moment. So what we're looking at is obviously a pullback at the moment on the lower time frames on the weekly chart or on the daily chart. So overall, we're still in a downtrend. So we're just trying to figure out exactly where the pullback can be. And I've been using I do have three different, we do have three different entries. Let's see. Okay, so the first one that I was looking at was this Fibonacci level that I took from for the 2,340 to the low. And it looks like we're actually going to break this level and continue to the upside. So this one is not valid. So what I also did was that I was going to the higher time frames, and you know, I was just thinking about maybe we can just drag up the Fibonacci from the push that we did have to the downside, because on the daily, technically from this level right here back down, this is kind of the lower low that we did have. Going to the weekly chart, also, yeah. So that is why I'm using the Fibonacci from the last high to the lower low, and the distance to the Fibonacci is further away. So if you don't understand that this potentially could be a pullback, if we're breaking for the 1,500, you just might see a retest. We can come up to, so this is the long term. So this just might happen, you know, during the weeks or 2 weeks from now. We can come up and retest for the 3,500 and potentially for the 4,410. And from these levels, you just might see the pushback down to the downside again. So at the moment, we are in a uptrend. We're having a pullback. And I do believe that we will have a bigger pullback. But the only thing that we have to have in mind is that don't get too excited by just, because the market is just potentially creating a lower high. Okay, you just might see the market having more momentum to the upside, obviously, and just continue to the upside. But by just following market structure, this is the best thing to do it. So yeah, I strongly, if we not see the market now retesting, going to the lower time frames, this was also the Fibonacci, as I was talking about. We can take this one away, the box, so we just know what we're looking at. Or we can even drag it up like this. So if we see the market pushing or surpass 41,790, that is the push back to the other Fibonacci levels that I do have. So yeah, this is what I am looking at. If we not see the momentum to the downside from now, right? But you do have a pretty huge momentum to the upside. So, it's, even if, okay, so we could do it like this, right? We can use this previous higher low on the 15 minutes chart. So in case we at the moment see the market now retesting these levels and break to the downside, we need to break this previous little higher low at 40,640, because this is the one that this is the one that is holding us in a uptrend. No, you can hear my cat again. He was quiet the whole time. Felix. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. And he's looking at himself in the mirror. Crazy cat. Okay, well, don't mind the cat. Okay, so going back, sorry if we got disturbed about that. Can't do anything about it. Okay, so if we see the momentum now, if we want to be sure that we're actually breaking to the downside, we need to break the support, the previous higher low, and then we just might find another lower high as an entry, and then continuation to the downside, sorry. God, you're confusing me so much. So that is what I see on BTC. Hello, Seb. What the hell are you doing to that poor cat? He needs some females, okay? So he creates kittens, but he don't have a female right now to do that with. So he's frustrated, just like you, Seb, because he's not able to touch a woman. Okay, Sakin, thank you so much for the donation. We're gonna look at SQL USDT right away. Thank you. So let us see what can happen, guys. If my microphone go crazy, please tell me and I'll try to fix it as fast as I can. Okay, so we're going to the monthly chart first of all, and we can identify that we are also creating high highs and higher lows. And we saw the market on the monthly chart. We came up to the monthly Fibonacci that we did have. Going to the weekly chart, you can see the momentum to the downside. So what we are doing at the moment, if we see the push now, so because what we're looking at is a lower high, we saw the market come up to the higher time frame Fibonacci, and right now we just might potentially, because remember, overall picture, we are in a downtrend. This is just the lower high that we do have on the monthly chart, so we need to follow that. So you just might see the market. So you just might see the market now pull up to 0.2385 and potentially 0.2540, and from these levels, the market could potentially then break to the downside. So the targets, if this is the case, this is long-term targets now, but the first target would be 0.1430. but you will see the break on the lower time frame. So right now what we can see is that we do have a pullback on the lower time frame. So when the pullback is over, so this is what we're looking at. We're waiting for the market to come up to the Fibonacci levels again. And then when you see the break of the support, and the support is the one that we need to adjust, depending on how the market is moving, obviously. So these are the targets that I'm looking at. I can expect the market to pull back up actually a little bit more than to what we have here. But we can also if this is the case that we don't see the market breaking, continue to the upside, we're just taking another fib from 0.2200 to the low at 0.1760, going to the lower time frames. You can already see that the market is now retesting the level, and we just might potentially see the break to the downside. Yeah. And the same thing. If you see the break of structure on the lower time frames, this is pretty hard when you see the huge momentum, because you just might also see the market coming back down to create a higher low, because the pullback might not be over. You see a pullback to potentially 0.1924, and that could be the push to the other Fibonacci levels that we do have. So yeah, have in mind to see if we're retesting these levels or if we're breaking this previous higher low, because this is the most important one. If you see the break of the higher low, that means the break of structure, and in that case we can find another lower high, and that will also show us that this Fibonacci is the one that is valid, potentially. I hope you understood that. Natalie, are you a mentor for Noen? Anna, I'm not so good at I'm not so good at is it Norwegian? You're Norwegian? Yes, guys, if you haven't liked the live stream, please go inside and do that, so we can so you can help me grow the channel, and we can help other people to look at trading in a completely different way. Okay, let's see what else you want me to look at. I just want to say welcome everyone for being here, for listening to this, guys. Take notes. Always remember to take notes, and don't feel stupid if you don't understand anything, because we always learn. And that is something that I've definitely realized, is that every time I'm on a live stream or making a video for you guys, I mean, I learned so much. And I think when you are more open to learn more, and I'm not sitting here as a teacher, I'm seriously sitting here as a student too, together with you. So just trying to learn like one of the hardest games that the world has to offer. I'm just here for the cat. Well, Seb, well, I'm happy for that too. I'm also just here for the cat. Okay, so looking at DOT, I saw someone wanted me to look at DOT. We came back down to the weekly support trend line that I've been talking about for a lot of times. You can see the retest of this level, but we do have some pretty huge movement at the moment to the downside, so we can definitely see the continuation. We just might see them. It looks like we can come back down overall to 14.11 again, but I mean, it is not going to happen right away. Can you see how perfectly the market retested the support trend line? So this is why it's really important for us to understand how we are, or it's important to know how to use the technical support resistance zones, trend lines, etc., because you can see how the market is retesting them perfectly. But before we're reaching these levels to around 14, the market needs to pull back, because the market is in a downtrend, and the market did create a lower high at the moment. So what we're a lower low, sorry. So what we're waiting for is the market to create a lower high. Okay. So the target that I have on DOT, it just looks the same like on Bitcoin. Looks like we can push up now to 18.80 and potentially 19.20. And you around these levels, you will see the break of structuring, because the market is doing higher highs and higher lows. until we come to these levels. And if the levels are respected, you will see the break on the lower time frames. Remember market structure. If you don't know market structure, I'm going to give you this one. This is really good, guys. Market structure is the one, the most, basic thing that I use when I'm looking at the charts. Obviously, going to my YouTube channel and you're going down to crypto trading for beginners, I'm going through market structure part 1, part 2. These are really important. And if the market comes to these levels, because maybe I am not available when the market does that, you will know what you have to look for. I made it, year sober today. Hope everyone is well. Let's gain some knowledge. Well, Rhythm, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Natalie went through all your videos yesterday. Those 6 videos are amazing. Thank you so much, Rhythm. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy that they could help you. Okay, what else do we want to see? Echo, but hello, hello. Oh, I saw the comment. Hey, you look old lady. Like, who says that? Well, my future husband is not gonna say that. Oh, hello, cutie. Standing here looking old and shit. Duh. Okay, let's, Luna. We can go to Luna. Me too. So that it was... Luna, Luna, Luna. Okay, so we're looking at Luna, and we were talking about this one a couple of days ago, and I told you guys that we need to wait for the market to break the resistance trend line, because overall picture, Luna is in a uptrend, but what we're creating at the moment is a higher low on the weekly chart. That is why we see the movement to the downside. But if we want to see the beginning of the impulsive move, and the impulsive move is to the upside. So this is just a pullback that we do have. And we did hit the 50% at 80.70. We can drop down even more, but we need to understand that overall picture, Luna on the weekly chart is still in a uptrend, because the last higher low was at 49.16. And that is why we're using the Fibonacci again, because the Fibonacci helps us with where the potential target for the higher low can be in this case. So that is why, just so you understand the concept of it. You saw the everything that you see above this support trend line, this is the uptrend, or this is the impulsive move. This was when the market created a new all-time high. Market drops, creates a higher low, and then potentially, by following the rules when it comes to trading, market will break or surpass the previous high for create a new one, and then market comes back down to create a higher low. So we are looking at the beginning of the impulsive move, hopefully. So we saw the market breaking. We saw the market break the resistance trend line, which is representing the pullback now. So what we can do is that we're taking a fib from the last low to the next high, and that gives us Fibonacci levels around 84.98 and 84.48 if you want to be precisely. And if you see the market pulling back down to these levels, this is just a small pullback, and then you see the market pushing to the upside. I mean, the market will eventually break the next all-time high, but that is it is a long time before the market will obviously do that. So if we're taking, or if I would take the trade, I would have 3 targets, and that would be around 88.70, 91.23, and 93.46. So you choose. I mean, even though I'm no financial advisor, you always need to remember that. So these 3 targets will be hit pretty quick, but everything depends on if you want to have your first take profit here, the second one here, the third one at the new all-time high. So everything depends on where you want to have it. But I usually use my Fibonacci just for you to grow your, it's a very easy way of growing your account pretty fast. Cats. My God, Seb. What? What are you talking about, darling? Okay, let's see what else. Let's see what else. I'm just looking at the comments, guys. It's crazy. Let's see what else. La 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 la. I think I saw. Okay, I saw Ethereum. I'm just gonna go directly to it. I saw Ethereum. So we're diving. Oh my God, jeez. Welcome everyone. Seb in the building is here. If he's writing something like he's writing, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Okay, I didn't take this trade on Ethereum today, but it was pretty perfect because I took a fib from 2,970 to the high at 3,050. Can you see how perfectly the market came back down and retested the 50 and 61%, and then you saw the huge bounce to the upside. And the Fibonacci levels, also the targets, was also combined with the higher time frames Fibonacci, where I do expect the market to reverse back down from. So you can see the 50% was already hit. We have target 3 at 3,150, and the higher time frames Fibonacci is based on from the last high that we do have from 3,260 to the low at 2,974. And yeah, so I do expect the market to push back up a little bit. You just might see the market now come back down and retest 3,070, and then you see the push back up. When we come to these Fibonacci levels, you know exactly what we're looking for. You want the market to break. You want the market to break the structure here. But if you start to see the continuation to the upside, it's the same thing that we were talking about when it came to Bitcoin. Then we just might have to drag the Fibonacci up a little bit more. I don't think this will happen because we do have some pretty huge volatile candlestick on the higher time frames. I definitely think that we just might see the market pull back up a little bit more and then drop. So yeah, don't expect super huge. We just might have the market now pushing to the downside from these levels. But if we're going to the 5 minutes chart, 15 minutes chart. We need to let the market break the last higher low. And it looks like we are starting to have some momentum to the downside. So if we're breaking 3,070 and we're closing with, as you can see, the market creating a lower high, we're using the last high with the new lower low to figure out with the Fibonacci where the potential lower high can be, and then we're selling the market. So I mean, we just might have a super good entry today too, but we have to let the market drop even more, even if we see the momentum to the downside now. But yeah, we definitely have to wait for the confirmation. At least that's how I do it. And by following your system, that is the best way that you can do. SHIB, I'm just taking the what I see at the moment. So we're going to Shiba Inu, and the last time we were looking at this pair, okay, we're just starting over. It just looks very messy. La 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 la. Okay, just 1 second, guys. So market is consolidating at the moment between 2,100 and 2,905. But we came back down. So we did have this downtrend. You can see clearly the downtrend. We did break the Fibonacci levels that we also did have on the higher time frames. But that can usually happen, and then you just might see the market bouncing to the upside again. But I mean, I'm not sure about that. But you just might see the market from now. I mean, we are still creating low lows and lower highs on the weekly charts. So that is actually the one that we need to follow. We did break the higher time frames Fibonacci. So we just might have the market going to lower time frames. So I need to follow market structure. First of all, it's very important. But looking at the higher time frames, I don't pretty like it. I don't pretty like it, darlings. We just might see the market push back up. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a push from this level back up to 4,340 and potentially 4,870. Because on the lower time frames, we do have the support right here. And we just might need to have a bigger pullback before you just might see the market breaking to the downside again. But we do have this previous lower high right here. Well, SHIB is usually a strong follower of BTC. Usually will take a pump with Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, it looks like we can actually have a bigger pump to the upside, but whatever the case, we are consolidating in between these levels, so we need to let the market because the market already retested the Fibonacci, as you could see. I think I took it on the 4-hourly chart. You can also see on the 4-hourly. So yeah, if we come back down and retest potentially 2,480 and 2,406, target 1 will be 2,860, target 3 3,130, and target 3 3,360. Hello FGB, how are you? Hello Hamad, is everything okay? Anita, well, thank you. You're beautiful too. Let's see what else we can look at here. Sorry, I just joined. BTC scam, pump, or a good bounce. I do believe that we can see some movement to the upside. I am not surprised if that is actually happened. Haven't heard the cat for 5 minutes. He's okay. Yeah, he's totally fine. He's alive, I swear to God. Seb, maybe you know if Natalie has mentorship deals you can sign up for. Just looking for a mentor that's from Scandinavia. Well, Anna, maybe we can create something with that. I'm gonna talk to Bitcoinsensus about doing some mentorship. Thank you for the idea. Okay, looking at GTM for Hamad. GTM USDT. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go inside and do that, because I am teaching you trading in a very simple way. I am using market structure. I am using everything when it comes to being basic when it comes to trading, which is like the most best thing that you could ever do to yourself. So if you go down, if you go to my YouTube channel, go for Crypto for Beginners and just go through these. But market structure 1 and market structure 2 is the most important ones, because market structure is the core of trading. Like, this is what you're looking at. Every time you're looking at the charts, you're looking at market structure. So if you don't understand market structure, you will never be able, I mean, I'm not going to say never, but it will make you a much better trader because you know more what you're looking at. Let's see what else. What we're supposed to look at. Oh yeah, okay. So we're looking at GMT. We're going directly to the higher time frames again, and it looks like we can have it. I mean, we do have the pullback. It's messy as it is messy. So the market is in a uptrend. Obviously, the market is having a high. But we just might see a drop. This is only by following market structure. I don't know anything about GMT. I'm gonna be 100% honest about that. If you see a bigger drop, you just might see it against 1.63540 or potentially 1.44520. And someone said market is dumping again. If we go into the lower time frames, we can see more clear what's actually happening. You can see the market consolidate. You see the market having a support at 12,830. If we see the market breaking this level and you see a retest from below, that is definitely a sign that the market is dropping back down to the Fibonacci levels that I talked about for them break to the upside. So everything that we're looking at now is a pullback. But you can also see that we do create lower lows and lower highs. So if we now would see, because the market does three things, go sideways, go up, it goes down. So our only job as traders, me as a trader, is to figure out, are we going up or are we going down? So if we want to be sure, we just might see the pushback up now to the resistance trend line, and from this level you either see the bounce back down and you just might see the market consolidate and be pretty boring and you just want to die when you're looking at this chart. But eventually it will break the resistance trend line, or it will eventually break to the downside. So everything depends on, obviously, are we breaking the resistance or are we breaking the support? Hello, Natalie. Please can you let me know the timings for your coming live? I have to manage my schedule. All love support from Pakistan. OG, well, I can start to use the thumbnail so you'll see exactly when I am live. That's something that I can definitely do. Been a little bit bad with that, so I can definitely do that. What else? EJLD. Looking at okay, so looking at Bitcoin, I do expect Bitcoin to pull back up to potentially now, if we not see the movement to the downside, looking something like this. So we do have two Fibonacci levels on Bitcoin. We do have one at 41,050 and 41,490. Either we see the market breaking to the downside from this level, and you'll see the market doing that from the lower time frames. But if we see more momentum to the upside, we're just dragging the Fibonacci up a little bit more using the previous high, and that gives us targets around 42,960 and 43,900. So you just might see the market then having the momentum to this level and then potentially see the break to the downside. So everything depends on looking at the lower time frames and see the structure, and we're always using candlesticks also, because candlestick end patterns is really important, because they tell you exactly what the market is always telling you what it's doing. It's only our job to figure out what we're looking at, right? And don't forget that you can also receive a bonus on Bybit up to $4,100 by using the link in the description down below the video. You are supporting Bitcoinsensus by doing that. Hello, Natalie. Please, can you let me know your trades? I have to manage my portfolio and make money. All love and support from Spanish Town. Seb, what is the problem that you do have? Are you over leveraging? What is your problem? Okay, so let's see. We were looking at I saw someone write AVAX USDT. Okay, so last time we were looking at AVAX, we almost hit target 3. Can you see how perfectly this was? Going to the higher time frames again. We did expect the market to pull back up and have the drop. All the 3 targets, okay, target 3 almost got hit, but target 1, target 2 got hit perfectly. And the same thing here, the market is now doing another pullback. So overall picture, we're using the higher time frame Fibonacci, and the first target on that one is 53.38. But right now, same thing that we do have on Bitcoin. Either you see the market now pulling back up to 88.90 or 82.50, and from these levels you see the drop if you see the break of structure on the lower time frames. So we're just trying to by using the technical, we can only see what the market is doing, obviously, because if we're breaking the support trend line and the support trend line is representing the pullback just might be over, or you just see the market coming back down to create another higher low for then have the real push to these Fibonacci levels. If you see more momentum to the upside, we just might come up to, and we're going to the daily again to adjust the Fibonacci, drag it up to 98. And that gives us Fibonacci levels at 86 and 88.90. And the same thing, the only thing that we do is that we are adjusting the support trend line to see where the potential break of structure can be if this is happening, because this is what we are looking for. And then break to the downside. Seb, good idea. My main problem is I am poor and married. Maybe you should marry a rich girl, or only have a rich girl as a side girl. Maybe you'll be happy then. I don't know. EGLD. EGLD USDT. So yeah, guys, I forgot. I did put up a trade yesterday on Bitcoin. The market didn't respect. The market took stop loss if you went into the trade. So, but always remember, I am no financial advisor. But whoa, you. No, I'm pretty good at finding solutions. Really good at it. Okay, looking at EGLD, a little bit messy. We take this one away. Just, okay, overall picture. Everything looks the same, guys. Everything looks the same. We just need to clean the charts. Clean the charts for the eyes. Ilya, hello, how are you? Hello, welcome to the live stream. I hope everything's good. If you haven't liked the live stream, please go inside and do that. Support the channel so we can reach out to more people. Obviously, would be super sweet of you. Looking at EGLD, the first thing that we will do, we're doing the same thing as on Bitcoin and Ethereum. The market is now retesting the 50% at 160. We can potentially see a pushback to 160. Going to the daily chart, you can already see that market creates higher highs and higher lows, but they're pretty tight. The high is exactly where the previous high is, so it's easier for us now to go to the lower time frames just to see exactly what happens. Can you see how good the charts becomes if we just clean the charts and just know exactly what type of levels we're looking at and don't have 10 million lines to look at? It's just confusing your head. I mean, obviously, we don't have to wait for the market to break this support trend line, because it's we can use on the lower time frame also. We already had the break of structure, but the only thing that I am thinking about is that if We only come back down now to retest potentially 157 and 156, and then see the market breaking to the upside. Natalie, where can I find rich side girls? I don't know. You tell me. I just gave you the I just gave you the idea. It's your problem to solve the problem. Duh. I just gave you the idea. Now you need to see where it can lead you, right? Okay, but then sorry if I got interrupts. If we see more momentum, guys, the same thing here. If we see more momentum, you just might see the market pulling back up to 172 and potentially 178. And this is where we could potentially then see the market reversing back down from. And if we do this, from the first push that we did have, so this was the first push of this Fibonacci, target 1, target 3 is almost combined with the higher time frames Fibonacci. So I would not be surprised if you see the push to the upside now. I hit on a rich girl once. She stole my money. That's why she's rich. George, you need to trade more so you can cover your loss. Seriously, not sure if I'm more worried about the cat or Lauren. They both seem to have same issue. You're so mean. She's not here, okay? Lucky her. Otherwise, you would have a girl on you at the moment. And that is like the worst thing that you can have. The worst thing that you can have is a woman screaming at you, because she will not stop. She will not stop. I'm a woman. I know exactly. Okay, so we're looking at ADA. We were in a trade on this one since yesterday. I don't know why I do have it like that, but it should be exactly here. I mean, okay, so we just might have the drop now, but sorry guys, I'm just trying to. I want to do it like this, to be honest. Even if we see some momentum now to the downside, I strongly believe that we will have a push up to 0.9910 and potentially 1.0085. You just might have a pullback down now to potentially 0.9540 and 0.9496, and that could be the push to the upside. So if that is the case, we can also trade the pullback, because what we're looking at now is the pullback. Target 1 will be 0.9800, 0.9970, and target 3 will be Fibonacci level 1.0085. So yeah, I do believe that we will still have some movements to the upside. To the upside. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I see. That's what I see. Okay. We're going to wave. I saw someone wanted me to look at wave. I don't know what that is. La, 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 la. Let's see, guys. If you dedicated a YouTube video to Fibonacci use and execution, it would promote a video such content. That is something I want to be effective with. Just thought, yeah, no guys, I know But this is also my little secret, you know. Need to be smart. Hello, McKay. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? Seb, Natalie, really the worst thing that could happen to me right now is having a woman on me? Oh boy, you know very little about me. That's it. I want a divorce. With me? Or with your woman that you're married to? Guys, instead of trying to get rich, side chick, think and become rich, woman will take you for granted if you depend too much on them. Someone has some traumas. Just sorry. Seb, you Natalie's better half? Nice. No, Anna, he's not. He's my better moderator. Moderator. Okay, we're looking at waves. We're looking at... No, this was 8A. Oh yeah, the market did not respect these Fibonacci levels at all. Is this to the downside? Oh, I'm so confused. What have I done? Okay, well, let's take this one away. Market is dropping. Yeah, it's true, dropping pretty much. Okay, so what we did expect was the market to pull back up to 27.225, but the market never did that. So the market just continued to drop. We're just going to the higher time frames again and just start over. So we don't have so much data on this pair, but it looks like we're dropping back down to a previous resistance, if that is, at 16.80. That is on the weekly chart. So yeah, I mean, market is dropping. It doesn't look like we have... Well, the market gave us a pretty clear Fibonacci from the last push that we did have. So target 1 just got hit a couple of hours ago. So target 2 will be 18.350 and target 3 will be 16.450. But obviously on the lower time frames, you will see the market giving you the pullback. So what we can do is that we're dragging if another fib from 23.860 to the low at 20.415. So we're just identifying that we are in a downtrend now, but we need to pull back. So this was the impulsive move that we did have because the market is in a downtrend. But you can see the market did break the resistance trend line, which is representing the downtrend. And now we just might see a little pullback to the upside. We're just connecting everything together, you know. Guys, can you see how perfectly this is? You just might see the market pulling back down now to 20.895, potentially a 20.775. If this is the case, target 1 will be 21.6110, target 2 will be 22.145, target 3 will be 22.560, and from these levels we do expect the market to pull back down. Can you see how perfectly the pullback Fibonacci is combined with higher time frames Fibonacci, where we do expect the market to break to the downside? So it is a pretty good. It's pretty good, you know. Now you know. This is what I see in waves. So overall picture, we are in a downtrend, but we just need to see. We just might have a pullback up to the Fibonacci levels that I just talked about. Mr. NC, hello, how are you? I want to be your moderator, closest I can get to it. Oh my god, I love your content. Please, if you have some academy to teach us, I want to be your student. Thank you, Songo. Thank you. It's definitely something that I do have in mind. Guys, it's so I love the chat, guys. I love the chat. It's a lot of people. I know it's the same people writing, but I do love it. It's just nice to see how you guys also connect with each other. I love it. Remember that. I also want to remember you that if you are a beginner, especially because you don't have to listen to this if you are advanced. But as a beginner, trading is hard and it takes time, so never feel stupid for not understanding right away. I mean, I've been doing this since 2018 every single day. And to be honest, is these last couple of like 6 months I've actually became, understand what I do. Then the emotional part is definitely something that we need to work with every single day, and it becomes better and better. It's like 90% of everything is the technical side. And it is, so what is it? 9% in the whole wide world that actually is really good at trading, like can live of it. So if we are not one of the 9%, guys, don't feel bad about that. You will get there, but just practice. But don't feel stupid. Everything is a process. I started 6 months ago, Makai. Well, try to learn from what I do, and you just don't have to do this for 4 years. I hit the like button 3 times. Thank you, Raymond. Thank you. Thanks to Nat, I have learned a lot. Well, I'm so happy about that, McKay. I'm so happy about that. I just can't wait till the day I have kids and I'm gonna teach them how to trade. They don't even know what they're about to learn, right? I learned more from you than from the paid class I took. Okay, that's great. Thank you for the compliment. I'm happy about that. Thank you for the feedback. Okay, so we're looking at BNB. We're looking at BNB overall picture. I want to see. I will look on the monthly chart just to have the overview. Just want to take everything away. So okay, so we did break the previous higher low at 388 if you want to be precisely, but we just might come back up now for a potential retest of 496 and 527. If this is the case, this could be where the market is creating a lower high and market continues back down. Going to the weekly chart, you can see the market being in a downtrend. But if we're dragging down the Fibonacci to 500 to the same low, you can see how the market did retest this level. Okay, so we're just breaking everything down, right? So we need to focus about what's happening here, not what is happening right here. This is the weekly chart, so it's pretty important. Market came to the Fibonacci level which we did expect the market to reverse back down from. So what we can do now, we're dragging another fib from high to low, from high 452 to the low 394. Going to the 4-hourly chart, you just might see the market now push one more time to potentially 422 and 430, and then you see the drop to the downside. If this is the case, target 1 is 380, target 1 is 380, target 2 is 350, target 3 is 330. Oh, hello, Smoking Joe. How are you? So this is something that I could see. Overall picture, we are still in a downtrend. This is just a pullback. I mean, it can definitely take our stop loss if that would be the case, but trying to follow market structure, this is what I see. Guys, we're 4 likes away from 100 likes. Go inside and like the live stream so we can reach out to more people. Can you see, Seb? I had to count from 96 to 100. This is amazing. So good to hear. I have a daughter as well, and everything I do now is for her. So I understand well rhythm. I'm so happy to hear that. Let's have kids together. Oh my god. As long as you're Anthony Joshua, I can say that. I can say yes right now. If you're Anthony Joshua, I'm 100% with that. I like doing weird sounds. Me too, better. Me too. Okay, let's see what else you want me to look at. Let's see. I hope everyone is feeling good. Welcome to the channel. If you are new, please comment below if you're new to the channel. So if you see some new people, I mean, I love the people who already comment below, but it's always fun to see people that is never talking, because I know exactly how that is. Because I usually don't speak so much either on things like this. But if you're new to the channel, please write it. I'm much better looking than him. Are you? Are you? Let's see what else. What, guys, we're having 106 likes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Let's grow this channel together and just learn from each other, because we always learn and it's better to be more people doing it. Let's see what else you want me to look at. Guys, if you have any coins, sushi. I'm new every day. Yes, Smoking Joe, you are. Smoking Joe, can you please write to me on the community? Just if you go to the community on Telegram, you can just go to my name. You'll see Lemetinen, and then you can just write to me private through Telegram, because I know that you and me, we were supposed to talk, Smoking Joe. Okay, we're looking at sushi. Same thing here. We can see the market in a downtrend. You saw this huge green inverted hammer. Oh, market filled that wick so good. But this is the monthly chart though. Guys, are you? I hope you're not fighting. Okay, good Joe, good Joe. Confirmation clear. Now I can continue. So we're looking at sushi again. Sorry if I got a little bit distracted, but we saw the market came up and retested the 50% at 4.810 on the weekly chart. I just want to show you exactly how it looks, because it's really important. So the market broke the uptrend, or like with a clear break. You saw the market breaking the support trend line. You saw a retest, then you saw the drop to the downside. If we're going to the daily now, same thing. We're looking for another pullback. What we can do is, if we do have a small pullback now, the pullback or the price I'm looking at is 3.370 and 3.440, and that is also combined with the last support, small lower low that we did have. So you just might see the market coming to these levels and then bounce back down. If this is the case, the target that I do have is 2.964. Target 3 is what? Target 1 is 2.964. Target 2 is 2.670, and target 3 is 2.420. It's too many numbers. Wow. But if we see more momentum, this just as I was talking about before, drag the Fibonacci up a little bit more, and we just might see the market having more momentum to the upside to create a lower high at 3.800 and potentially 3.970, and then you see the drop back to the downside. So everything depends on if we're retesting this previous support combined with the Fibonacci, or if you actually see the push to the upside. If we see the break, so let's say now if we see the market pushing even more to the upside and we're breaking this previous support, that could be another support and another higher low, and at that point we could buy the market from this level to the Fibonacci levels, where we do expect the market to reverse back down. Hey Nat, is there a special way to set up the fib levels for crypto? No, you just, I mean, you can use the Fibonacci just like the way you use it on Forex peers or whatever. It doesn't matter. The only thing that you need to practice is where to put the Fibonacci against high highs and high lows, and it just comes with practice. I'm brown version of Anthony Joshua, not too black, not too white. But Anthony Joshua has the same color that you just described. Let's see what else. Hi, new follower here. I follow Andy as well. Karam. Well, hello and welcome. Welcome. Joe is a TG virgin. Of course, Seb wrote that. Who else? Okay, guys. What else? Okay, so if we're going to Bitcoin, we do have some momentum to on Bitcoin now. I do definitely expect the market to pull back up a little bit more to 43,020 and potentially 43,840. From these levels, we just might see the market pushing to the downside. I don't think we will drop from now. I do believe that we will have a push, but we just need to know where we will have the push to. And when we see the market react to it, we're a step ahead. We know exactly that this is where we wait for the market to pull back down from. Don't forget that on Bybit, you can receive a bonus up to $4,100 by using the link in the description down below the video. Remember, you're always supporting Bitcoinsensus by doing that. So me and Andy and the whole team on Bitcoinsensus is available for you. And if you don't know about Bitcoinsensus, you should also know that Bitcoinsensus, we do have a website where we always give you updates about overall cryptocurrencies. You can see right here, Luna target bearish smashed. What now? So you can, if you are a beginner especially, you can go, you have different categories here where you can go in and just read about cryptocurrencies, how to buy Bitcoin, etc. If you scroll down, you'll also see the recent video uploads that me and Andy have. So this is Andy. If you're not following him, he's such a good trader and such a sweet person. So go in and follow him if you're not already do that. And this is me. Okay, my daily updates too. So you can go into Bitcoinsensus community, or Bitcoinsensus website, and just read a lot. You want to become good, right? Go in and read about it. Free the cat. What? Should I just open my balcony and be like, you're free now? You go find your... Okay, what else? LPT USDT. LPT USDT. Need to repeat it. LPT USDT. And looking at this pair, what? Okay. We came back down. Sorry. We came back down to a previous resistance, also a previous support. So she doesn't answer questions. I do. It depends on what type of question you have though. Low. Okay, I'm just gonna start over on the monthly chart. So identifying the same thing here. I'm asking, why do you think BTC will drop after the next push? Because we are in a downtrend low and I follow market structure. I don't use fundamentals. So that is why. So following market structure, the market is in a downtrend and the lower high is where we potentially can set. So what I do now on LPT, this is just the same thing. It's not a push, it's a back test. So what we do now, obviously, because we need to figure out where the lower high can be created, because that's where we sell the market from. So by using the Fibonacci, which is the one that can help us to find a potentially target, we can look at 26 or potentially 26.90. And then if we see the market creating the lower high around this level, that's the push to the downside. And that's the same thing when it comes to Bitcoin. And when if we're taking a fib from the high, a resistance trend line, you can see that the market was doing the impulsive move right here, right? So this was the right move because we are in a downtrend. The pullback will now be in an uptrend. We saw the market breaking the resistance trend line. So in my head now, the market is done with the pullback, or the impulsive move is done, and we just might see the market now creating the first higher low to create the pullback back up to the Fibonacci levels, and then see the drop, the next impulsive move. And this is the same. This is what the market is doing over and over and over and over again. This is the same thing. You can see market creating high highs and higher lows. So we just might come back down now and retest 23.54 or potentially 23.70, and then you see the push to the upside to the Fibonacci levels that I talked about, and then you see the impulsive move again. So that's what I see on LPT. If you don't, okay, so this is also something that can happen. If you see the market breaking the support trend line and break 23.60 and create a lower low, that could be where the market actually continues to the downside. So we just might not see the push. This could just be a fake out from the resistance, and then you see the market dropping even more. What are you talking about on the chat, guys? 37K to 29. We must hold 30K next few weeks. Then we will see what cycle says. Yeah, so I do strongly agree with Smoke and Joe. I do also believe that we will have more push to the downside. So I mean, don't be surprised if you do have that. And the only thing that I want you to think about is that if you see the market having momentum to the upside, I know a lot of people will have their emotions telling you, yeah, I'm going to be so rich now because Bitcoin is going up and I bought so many coins. And then you see the market drop. Only remember that you could potentially see the push to the higher time frames Fibonacci levels, and then you see the reverse back to the downside. Don't be surprised. So don't let your emotions control you. Eating lasagna, watching Bitcoin charts, watching Natalie's amazing live stream, and trying to figure out if Seb is texting from the closet. Seb, I just think that you found yourself another Lauren. Seb, well, I'm starting to see a pattern with you and females. Okay, I'll bring you some lasagna, Seb. What else? Ape USDT. What did I say? Let's see. No, I was just so confused. I'm writing the Nat and the cat. Aaron says. McKay, it's so cute. Let's see. Ape. It was ape. I was supposed to go to ape. Sorry. I was supposed to go to ape. Lauren gonna be jealous, eh? Yeah, such good content. I've paid for less. Thank you, Rhythm, so much. Thank you. Okay, we're going to ape, looking at the higher time frames. I don't know exactly. Okay, so it was a long time ago we were looking at this pair. Overall picture, obviously the market is still in a uptrend, but Oh, sorry. Okay, so if we're using a fib from the low at 0.9758 to the high at 28.1373. As I told you, I don't know anything about this pair either, but by just following market structure, you saw the pullback on the daily chart. You saw the market giving you the first high. Market came back down to the support again. What we would have done is taking a fib. Even if the market broke, that is totally fine, because we could have used the same Fibonacci, and then market retested the 61.8% perfectly. Target 1 got hit. Target 2 is 13.3716, and target 3 is 14.0700. But now we can expect the market obviously to pull back. To what level? Because this has already happened. So either we're using the low. I do use the higher time frames a lot. Okay, so this one is still active. Okay, so it's 2 hours left of this 4-hourly candle. If we're closing with a bearish candlestick, you can see potentially push back down to 11.7400 or 11.4890, and that could take us back up. Target 1, if this is the case, will be 13.2040. Target 2 will be 14.2610. Target 3 will be 15.1620. So that's what I see at the moment. If you have just a quick pullback, this is why, guys, it's really important that you start to learn how to use the market structure, because now when I'm looking at the charts, it's so many things that will happen when I'm not having the live stream, obviously, and myself, I always adjust everything depending on how the market is moving. So we just might see the market, you know, dropping only back down for a quick pullback to 12.3315 or 12.2330, and that could be the push to the upside. Because I only give you the targets where we could potentially see the market coming to, but I mean, obviously I don't decide what the market is gonna do. So don't feel like, yeah, but Natalie told me the market was supposed to come back down to this level, but it didn't do that. I mean, I only give you what could potentially happen, and that is why it's really important that you start to learn how to look at the chart yourself, because you can have the idea and you understand then exactly what the market is doing. Being married to you for 30 seconds, I definitely deserve to know. I mean, I think Seb, I'm gonna be honest, I think Seb is really good with women. I'm not surprised that, Seb can talk. It doesn't matter how much shit Seb is saying. I think Seb is a really good husband, to be honest. I just have that feeling. Can joke about it, but that is just me being super honest to you. What else you want me to look at while giving Seb like the best compliment ever? Ignoring? Awkward! Natalie can say sweet things. Yes, of course, darling. Okay, what else you want me to look at, guys? Let's see. Don't forget, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification so you know when I am live next time. Seb. We were looking, are you in any trades? No, I'm not trading. I haven't traded today at all, to be honest. I missed the buy opportunity. Algo. We were looking at Algo. Just a quick recap. Looking at Algo again. Maybe we didn't look at Algo. It doesn't look like that because it looks super messy. Yeah, so either you come back up and retest 0.7470 or potentially 0.7600. And let's see, go short in 12 hours. So if we're going short in 12 hours, I wouldn't be surprised if we do have the push to 0.7600 and then you see the drop. If you see the drop from this level, target 1 will be 0.6700. Target 2 could be 6,155. How long are your trades usually? It usually takes like a day or so, couple of hours. It depends on how volatile it is and what type of time frame or where I'm going into the trade, but like 1 to 2 days, I would say. Yeah. 124 likes, guys. Thank you so much. If you haven't liked the live stream, please go inside and do that, so we are we can reach out to more people and teach them how to look at the charts in a pretty easy way. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go inside and do that. If you're new to trading, you are at the perfect place, because on my YouTube you can scroll down to Crypto for Beginners and you're using Market Structure Part 1. Go in here and you can see how many good feedbacks that I do have. It's so many people that told me that never heard the explanation of market structure like this. So you can definitely go in here and just look at it. Please give me a comment so I know. You just give me feedback. It's always fun to have that, obviously. And really good videos, to be honest. If I were a beginner and someone told me this, duh, do you know how far I would be? But you know, I have people teaching me in the beginning and they sucked. They didn't even know what they were talking about. And when you're new, I didn't know that they didn't know. They only knew the basics, obviously, so it did sound good, but then they knew nothing about the rest. Seb said, must be my Italian genes. I knew there must be more to them than just my obsession for their food. Well, yeah. Italian boy. Rhythm, the playlist I watched yesterday, amazing content, highly suggesting to watching. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna end the live stream right now. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make a video tonight and just do a recap of everything that we did do. But if we're looking at Bitcoin for the last time, if we don't have the pullback now to, let's see, we just might see the pullback from this level where we are at the moment at 41,373 or 41,902. But if we see more momentum to the upside, you can see Bitcoin potentially coming up also to 43,020 and potentially 43,840. And from these levels, you just might see the market drop to the downside. Damn, my request got ignored like 4 times. Sorry, Wayne, what did you want me to look at? Sorry, I did that with my tongue. It's like one of my friends and me, we're doing that. So every time we speak to each other, we're like, how are you? How are you? How you doing? And I am definitely rich, very extremely, enormously rich. We're talking rich on brain cells, shoes, and amount of forth from my dog stock to my, oh my God. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end the live stream. Wayne, please tell me next time so I'll go through everything. I'm gonna have a live stream tomorrow too, and I'm gonna give everyone. I'm gonna try to give everyone exactly when I'm gonna go live, so you know and you can plan your day after me. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget that you can also receive a bonus on Bybits up to $4,100 by using the link in the description down below the video. And you're always supporting me and Bitcoinsensus, so I'm always available for you 24/7. Thanks for your insight, and I'll be waiting for the next video. Till then, just a great rest of your day. Thank you, FGB. Ayat, you are very funny. Thank you so much. Thank you, Smoking Joe. Seb, handbags. What about handbags? Gucci USD. Everyone, this is Seb. He's amazing. He has a lot of jokes. Thank you so much, Anna, McKay, Wayne, and Rhythm. Thank you, everyone, for being here and for commenting and take your time. Remember, as always, trading is hard, and you are not stupid for not understanding. I know you want to earn a lot of money, but trading, it is about the money, but not in the beginning. In the beginning, you need to collect the knowledge to understand the charts. So do it in the right way. Try to take away the things about when it comes to money, because that will only stop your process because you're focusing on the wrong thing. Your focus should be understanding the chart. Nothing more than that. When you understand the chart, the money will come. Okay? Have a good day. And thank you so much, Anna, again. Have a good day, everyone. I'm going to stop now because I can talk forever. Bye. Have a good day. Toodles. Toodles. Bye. Bye.